Now my lab is actually using genetic approaches to start to diagnose infections. And so we're looking at ways to use next generation DNA sequencing to look for patterns, nucleic acids in the blood that are actually indicative of infection. Exosomes are basically these nanoparticles, about 100 nanometer in size, and they're released during either viral or bacterial infection. And we're trying to understand the role of these in basically the immune response during infection. So these particles contain RNA and protein and lipids, and we know from experience in our lab now that they're actually helping to regulate other cells, other immune cells. And so we're basically finding some really interesting patterns of based on whether it's a viral or bacterial infection, what these particles are actually doing. We're actually finding that we are able to determine these infections, and so we're able to find these patterns. We're able to actually come up with what pathogen is infecting a certain individual. And these things are really important because in the past we didn't really know the extent of, for example, viruses circulating in the population. And so now we're starting to team up with the CDC to actually come up with these approaches more generally. And so the idea is to actually have these very inexpensive tests to come up with finding these pathogens, and basically being able to have that in real time, be able to update these databases to actually see if there's an outbreak situation, for example. And so we're excited about those types of developments.